Jedi Survivor is a game with a huge open world on Koboh with tons of locations and other planets to explore. It's easy to get lost in the vastness of the game, which is why in this video I'll be exploring something much smaller, and that is Pyloon's Saloon. Now I've found 20 things in the Saloon that I thought was worth talking about, so sit back and enjoy the video as I take you on a brief journey into the Easter eggs and small world building details that this place has to offer. So as soon as you walk in, there's a poster on the left which I believe says do not touch the boglings. Then on the right here you've got some other posters as well with some Aurebesh on, which I will get onto a bit later. But the first thing I wanted to really talk about was this poster right here, as this poster has a WA7 droid, which is the same droid as Flo from Attack of the Clones. Now Flo is the droid in Dexter Jettster's cantina on Coruscant, so I thought this was a pretty cool Easter egg, especially since Coruscant is in this game anyway. Just above that then you can then see a DC-15LE, which is a clone blaster that you can use as the heavy trooper in Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017. Just further down the corridor then you also have an E5S sniper rifle, which is used by the Separatist battle droids for the Specialist class. Now as you can see just to the left of Cal's head there is a red light there, and that is a door droid, which is the same exact model used in Jabba's palace during episode 6. Now there are a few more of these door droids in Rambler's Reach, but I think it's really cool that they're actually in the cantina here. So as soon as you walk through the door you're then greeted with a clone trooper helmet above Cal's right shoulder, which is a really cool reference to the Clone Wars. And just on the left of that there looks to be like some sort of scale model of a sail barge, which is very similar to that of Jabba's. So I think it could also be a nod to Jabba's palace and his empire, somewhat similar to this door droid on the left here. Now if you head down the stairs you can see actually in the bar behind Monk there is an actual IG assassin head. And then also on the right hand side just here you can see that same assassin droid head as well. And as many of you will know, these is just a standard thing to have in cantinas now in Star Wars universe. So as much as it feels a bit like an Easter egg, it very much is just a core world building element now. Now if you head over to the bounty shop towards the back here, there's quite a bit going on with the different bounty pucks, but on this little crate here you can see an E5 blaster rifle, which is obviously the main weapon of the B1 battle droids, and just above that to the left you then have the E11 blaster rifle, which is the standard weapon of the stormtroopers. Above that E11 are 3 helmets from the Haxian Brood, the one on the left being commonly used in Jedi Fallen Order, and my personal favourite probably is the one on the right. Just above those helmets then as well you also have the Imperial Flamethrower, which are used by the Imperial Flame Troopers. Once again there's also a few DC-15s here as well, also used by the Clone Troopers. And just behind where Cage was sat there is also another Clone Trooper helmet, but also B1 battle droid heads from the Bedlam Raiders. Now the B1 heads aren't Easter eggs really, and they're more world building because the Bedlam Raiders are obviously a huge part of this game and obviously terrorise Koboh, but it is still cool to see them in here. Now if you head down here and into the kitchen you will be able to see a bit of food, and just hanging up on the right here is a Womp Wrap from Tatooine. Then you can see a few more cooking over there, so I think it's really cool that we get to see them. Now if you head downstairs to Cal's living quarter, if you head over to the workbench you can actually see some BX Commando droid parts. You can see an arm there, but most importantly you can see a BX head there as well, which I just think is really cool. Heading all the way upstairs to the fish tank, you'll notice this character called Har, and he is an Ovisian, and if you didn't already know, this Ovisian head is very likely to be a reused asset from Battlefront 2, which I think is pretty cool. Now dotted all over Pyloon's Saloon you'll see posters all over the place, so there's that Flo one again, or the WA7 droid. Slightly to the left of that you've then got Pyloon's pie, so it's clearly a famous pie that Pyloon used to make. And then on the left of that you can see Grandma Pyloon herself, which I honestly think is awesome, and the Aurebesh here says Beloved Pyloon. So it's obviously a very sweet thing of Grease to have done, but little things like this that get to show us new characters in slightly different ways I just think is really cool. On the stairs and in a few other places you also do have these posters of the Bedlam Raiders. You can see the B1s here, and then you can see a poster of Ravers here, and this says Beware. So they're clearly used to inform people of the Bedlam Raiders' presence and to make sure that they are on high alert. This poster here by the kitchen says Dredger Gorge Tronto Shell Habitat, and obviously the Tronto Shell is that big beast that you can see at Dredger Gorge, so I think it's kind of cool that we actually get to see it in this way as well. And on some of the vases like this one you can actually see the Tronto Shell on there as well. Finally there is this poster here, and it simply just says Doma Shop, which obviously refers to Doma's shop just outside. So guys, there are just a few things that I could find within Pyloon's Saloon. Jedi Survivor is full of amazing Easter eggs and world building elements. So if you want to see more videos like this one where I sort of go over those things, then make sure you are subscribed to the channel and let me know in the comments below. That is going to do it from me today though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.